3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Heard You podcast. I'm Tessa,
I'm Adam.
and we are happy you are here today. Guys, we are in a different location.
We are all the way from Austin, Texas.
Yes, we are coming live. Well, not live. I guess this will be recorded,
Yes.
but I feel like it's live in the presence right now. So,
Yes.
yeah, Adam, why are we here?
We are here at TCEA conference.
Yeah.
2025 in Austin, Texas.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're here to learn.
Yeah, so I get to participate as Hereford ISD and TCEA, so that's kind of cool. Get to do a little bit of both duties, if you will. Haha, said the word duties. Sorry, I'm tired. Anyways, so we've been here since Saturday, and we got to bring a little team of our technology people. So Irene and Ben and Brady are somewhere. They're not with us at this moment.
No,
but
actually, Ben and Brady are in a session.
nice.
Right
Learning.
before I head up here, they said we're going to go to a Google admin training, and we're proud of that.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what we're here to do, right? So anyway, so Adam, before we get started, I just what has it feel been? What are some classes that you took that you liked?
So
Things like that.
this was a little different for me as far as like what classes really intrigued me this go around. I've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of classes that involve like podcast,
Mhm.
digital media, things of that sort, which there weren't a ton of them, but I was really appreciative. There were a few.
Yeah, for sure.
So learned a lot there, but high energy
Mhm.
TCA. Listen, if you guys haven't been here, for you that have been here, it's a lot of high energy
It is.
type of like atmosphere, like from the keynote speakers to some of the presenters.
Right.
Shout out to TCA for picking some great presenters. I mean, these guys are rock
I'll
stars.
pass that information along.
Yeah, no, they're great. They keep you engaged. There's some of them where you walk in and you're like, this isn't for me.
Mhm.
It's not what I thought it was going to be. You
Right.
walk out, but nothing against them because they do great, and their room is packed. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it hits different modalities
Yeah,
of the learning,
for
just different things like that.
different people, different titles, different situations. But for me, yeah, it's been like high energy.
Mhm.
A lot of learning, a lot of cool stuff. I see a lot of people just by walking in the hallways, just kind of listen to what they're saying.
Yeah.
Refreshed,
Yes.
or like, hey, key point in that talk was this, and that.
Right.
So it's really cool to see administrators or even teachers mainly teachers that are like, man, that was cool.
Mhm.
This is how I can implement it going back. So
Yeah.
really cool stuff. How about you?
I think that's what I love, like from the teacher side, the aha moment of this is how we can incorporate this at our district in my classroom with my staff. So I think that is always fun, and I love the key speakers. You're not necessarily getting a device out at that moment, but a lot of it leaves you, I'm gonna say, with the warm fuzzies.
Yeah.
And so like it just, sometimes they bring different perspectives, and sometimes it's what you need to hear, different things.
Yeah.
So it might not necessarily be the physical, like a Google product or whatever, but I really love those kinds of sessions
Yes.
where I'm like, man, I didn't think about that, or man, that's something I can implement quickly.
Yes.
So one of the things that I saw is called the 30-second impact. And so it talked about how we really have about 30 seconds to make an impact. So if I come in abrasive in a classroom and like, oh my gosh, guess this, that's going to overwhelm you, right?
Yes.
And so like, I've only talked to you for 15 seconds, but you're already shut off, right?
Right.
So if I come in, and able to am I trying to fix a problem for you? Am I trying to give you a different solution? Am I just trying to encourage? What I do with those first 30 seconds is really going to matter.
Wow.
And so that was really impactful. I thought that was really cool. So what they made us do is find a partner sitting next to us. And you know how much I hate that, right? Because like, if I don't know you, I have a really hard time opening up
you
to
weren't
you.
like, oh, hey.
Oh, no. I was like, hey, you want to be my partner? I was like, I think I need to leave right now. But I'm glad I stayed because this was the purpose. So they had you face each other, right? And he's like, all right, now I need you to get nose to nose and look each other in the eye for 30 seconds.
Whoa.
I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely. So he didn't like physically make us do that, but he said, and he was a superintendent, and in his district, He did that with them,
Wow.
with the staff members. And they still talk about it 5 years later. So he's like, you don't think 30 seconds makes an impact? It does. And so then one of the questions was, how long did they last? And he's like, oh, 7 seconds. No one made it the full 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So, so that was pretty impactful. And it really had nothing to do with technology.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of times, especially in the ed tech world, we forget that
Mhm.
because we're all about pushing the product, right? Like, use this to increase engagement, do this to do productivity, whatever, but it really is with the relationships in the building. And I think we forget that a lot of times.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so we could just drop the podcast right here.
That was like fire.
So,
But honestly, like even the one that I went to one that had nothing to do with technology. It was more of the keynote, well, not a keynote speaker, but one of the it's one of those featured sessions.
feature sessions. Yeah.
And so it was a Doc
Brown. Yes.
My gosh, that guy, like, high energy,
Powerful.
Like,
yeah.
it was cool. I walked into this one. This one was fun because I walk in. They have a DJ right in the corner over there. She's just like, she's tearing it up. But I sit down and I don't know what's fixing to happen or who's fixing to talk. I've never heard of the guy.
Mhm.
And then all I hear is him talking on the mic, right? But nobody's on the stage. And he comes in from the back. But he comes in, with a long T-shirt, baggy pants, some Adidas shoes, a bandana, and he's walking around, and we're like, "This is our speaker, like this is
who
our
is
guy."
this guy?
Yeah. And so, like, somebody took off with the mic. Go get him. Comes up and he talks about how his upbringing and why he was wearing different things. One of them that stuck out to me was his shoes. He said, "I didn't have any shoes growing up." He goes, but a PE teacher bought me some Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, and I've never not bought Adidas. He goes, now I can afford them. He goes, but that's all I wear. But it made an impact in my life. So, and everything that he was wearing had a purpose and a point in his life of why he was wearing it at that point. Mm-hmm. And then so he goes through his whole deal, which is amazing. If you guys get a chance, look him up. But at the very end, he says, well, you guys saw how I walked in. He goes, now see me how I walk out. So he puts on his doctorate's gown. You know how they have the little things on there?
Mm-hmm.
And his cap. And then he's all buttoned up. He takes off all those clothes and he looks real professional. And he said, this is me walking out. And then he's walking out like everybody's in tears,
just bet.
But had nothing to do with technology. It had everything to do with like your heartstrings. You know what I mean? Like this is what you guys do in the classroom. And he said every single one of those people that made an impact in my life to be what I am today was you guys in the audience. He goes, it was a teacher.
Yeah.
It was an educator. It was a PE teacher. It was an administrator. Mm-hmm. So anyways, it was powerful, but again, had nothing to do with technology.
I know. I feel kind of bad about telling that story because we're here at a technology conference. Don't worry, guys. I'm coming back with lots of information. There's going to be a lot of PD on it, but I think and I think this applies to any of us from a principal all the way down, superintendent all the way down. It's the relationships that matter.
Yes.
And I feel like we forget that a lot because like we can always make excuses. I'm so stressed. I have so much going on. Well, guess what? So does everybody else.
Yeah.
And how I make you feel in that moment is what matters. And so it's just a really good reminder of all that.
Yep.
I don't know. And then I don't know. So that was really good. And I have more technology stuff, but like that really, like I really had to go because I cried in that one too. Shocker. But I really had to go back to the hotel room and just kind of reflect on, a lot of what he said.
Yeah.
So.
It's good stuff, man. Look, there's technology all over the place. We use it all the time. We push it upon you guys.
Yeah.
But the relationship, that was key. Like you can still have that relationship. It's not all about pushing.
Well, and so, okay, so let's get real deep here. Honestly, that's the reason why we started this podcast. Yes, it's a way for us to get information out to you guys. But what did we say? We wanted them to get to know us in our technology department so that when we're out there, it's not like weird.
Yeah.
And you guys, like, that's what we've try to create to build that relationship.
Yes.
And so I'm not saying we're successful in it, but I do feel like we have done that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so even though you're in a whole other role, I still feel like because that's the premise of what we had hoped for our technology podcast, for our podcast, Heard You.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why we're going to be able to continue this because that was our heart, was to build a relationship with our staff.
Yes.
From everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Anybody who tuned in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even some of our students, like.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, had nothing to do with the department that started it. It had everything
Right.
to do with what we were trying to accomplish. And I
Yeah.
think whether you're in
that we learned
technology-
at this freaking conference.
whether you're in technology, whether you're in media, whether you're an administrator or teacher, I think
Yeah,
the one true cause of why we do this is because we want to push that. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Like that's our heart, is we want you guys to know that we care and to have that relationship.
I didn't see this podcast starting this
I
deep.
honestly, low key, I did not either. So like, I don't know where to go from here, because this was not even a complete topic on what we want to talk about, but clearly we needed to. So
Yeah.
anyways, all right.
It's fun.
Why am I red? Like I'm embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed, but like,
but,
man.
you know, the reason why we do this is because we want to speak from the heart,
Right.
and that's what we're doing. So
Okay.
that's where we're at.
I love this.
Yep.
All right. So let's move on to a hot topic, because this has been a conversation that several people have had. So, hot topic. Okay. So, this is something that we have conversations a lot from the TCEA board. We have conversations like within our department. Should teachers be allowed to go to conferences like this for professional development?
Yes. You want to
Yep.
Are you asking me this?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Let's
Absolutely.
discuss this.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, what is your reasoning why?
Because a lot of people, like I was telling you earlier, we were walking down the hallway, and they get ideas from people that are in the same role at a different district that is working for them.
Absolutely.
Like, for example, let's say I'm a math teacher and I'm like, I can't get this across to my students, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you come here and you meet 50,000, no, not many, but 50 other teachers.
we ain't that big.
50 other teachers. I was trying to get a
yeah,
big
pump
number
us
out
up, man.
50 other teachers that you talk to that are in the same role that you are in their district, and
Right.
they're like, this is how I do it. And you're
Mhm.
like, whoa, like something so simple could be like, or one question could change the whole dynamic of what your understanding of how you're trying to get this across to your students. Or you can be on the other hand, or on the other side of it, and be that person for somebody that's struggling. And I think that has a lot to do. Yes, we have this, or TCEA has this, for people to come and show you new things. But I guarantee you, if you ask those teachers that are going back, a lot of their aha moments came from talking to other people, not necessarily just
Yeah, the
presenter.
collaboration
Yep.
part of it.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip it. And this is no disrespect to any of the local things that we have. They're amazing. And I learned so much from Region 16. Like, we're gonna host our own conference. I know people learn a lot there. I think there's value when you travel together.
Yes.
Like beyond Amarillo, right?
Mhm.
Because I think it provides opportunity for outside of the zone thinking, if you will. I think it provides bonding. You know, I can't really bond on the way to Amarillo.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we have to go like super far, but like, so for example, we had a really great time last night, right? Like, we went out to eat. We had a vendor support ClassLink because we use ClassLink. And so those are opportunities that we would have never really had. And some of us came out of our shell a little bit more.
Yes.
Even though we're all a really close team, like we still, like we learned things last night. And I think that is so important to build as a group. And so like my goal has always been to have teachers come to TCEA. And so I'm hoping that will be maybe supported more in the future.
Yeah.
But I think I know budgets are getting cut, and we're not even going to discuss what's probably fixing to happen with the Department of Ed, all that kind of stuff, what that's going to look like. Yeah. But I really hope that our districts understand the value of the one, educational part of this, but two, the camaraderie, I guess is what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Of what it does with a team.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So I say yes. And 100%. So we asked around that question, and everybody else was a resounding yes, obviously because they're here. Right. Mm-hmm. But you know, how do you pick and choose that? Like, how do you, I don't know. That's a tough topic.
It is.
Like, who gets to actually come? I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I should say this out loud. Well, I get to come anyway, because I'm part of the board, but it's actually written in my contract because that's what I do.
Yeah.
So I'm very fortunate. Not everybody has that. So I don't know, but I really feel like everybody needs to get a shot. Like, they used to have a CAST, which is a science one, which is fantastic. There's some teachers from Northwest that got to do like a math STEM kind of a thing, but it was not in the area. It was further away. Mm-hmm. So anyway,
100%.
I'm 100% for it.
Yeah.
All the time.
Pro.
yeah, even if I don't get to go, I want to learn from what you learned. So
Yeah, absolutely. It benefits everybody. I mean, honestly, you bring stuff back to your district that is new, um, reignites a fire, if you will,
right.
and then you bring that back to your department or
Yes.
whatever, and it's just a new. I don't
Yep.
know. Listen.
Well, and all 5 of us will be presenting at our conference.
Mhm.
So, and it's all going to be completely different, which I'm really excited about. So,
Yeah.
so like and of course I'll bring a lot more too, but I just am excited about
Yeah,
it. So,
it'll be fun. That'll be fun.
anyway, yeah. So I know this is quick and fast, and we're not at our regular location, but is there anything else you think you would like to chat about that's just on your heart right now?
No, I think I spilled it all at the beginning of the pod.
Yeah, that took a turn I wasn't expecting, so it's fine.
No, it's we really like it. We brought 2 techs over, and we see them going into these classes, these sessions, and just shout out to both of them. They've gone and they're learning new things.
Yeah.
They take it upon themselves. That's the cool thing. Nobody's telling them you have to go do these.
No, and we're talking like 8 a.m. classes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like I was expecting maybe they'd sleep in a little bit.
No.
Nope, 8 a.m. Where are
No,
you guys at?
And it's Google Admin Console, things that I mean, we don't expect all you guys to understand what they are, but
Yeah,
definitely helps them help you guys
right.
as far as when troubleshooting comes along. Or
Yeah,
anything else.
and one of the things I
stuff.
found, because this is not my side, I can't remember, like they're calling Irene the part lady, right?
Yeah.
And so like they're trying to find other solutions to get parts in faster, which that's a side of TCEA you guys don't see because it's not technically the class content, but that's the exhibitor hall.
Mhm.
And so like that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I mean that's not something I'm looking for, but for Irene and Ben and Brady, like that's huge.
Well, and here's the cool part about it. Like you're talking about Irene, there's a guy that is trying to get her to start buying parts for the Chromebooks that we do the repairs, and that guy's looking for her. Remembered her from last year and said, "Hey,
you're
I
the part
emailed
lady.
you. You're the part lady. Let's chat."
Right.
Or we get to talk to ClassLink.
Mhm.
And so, hey, why are we having issues with this class not rostering? Well, they're here.
Right.
And we get to talk to them. Hey, well, let's pull up your account. Let's do all this stuff. Or iBoss.
Yeah, I was about to say they gave us a free shirt because we had some complaints.
So funny stories. We walked by them first, and we're like, we're a little mad at them.
We
Right?
don't
We're
really
just gonna walk
you.
by them. And then I guess I got brave, and then just turned around and
they saw our ID, and so they're like, Hereford ISD, and we're like, no.
Okay, let's talk. You want to talk?
Okay, actually, we need to chat with you for a little bit.
But anyways, we get to see them face to face, and we get to tell them, okay, these are our concerns, these are our problems. Why is this not working? Why is this so hard to do? And then they're like, oh, hey, well, we have this, we have that, something that you can't get when you're when we're at our desk,
or we changed our rep. Oh, that's great information to know. We didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean things like that. And again, this is on the back end stuff. This is stuff you guys don't ever hear about, but it's stuff that we experience every day as techs or technology or your support staff. I mean, because this happens in any department. But as support staff, we get to see these people that we interact with, or we should be interacting with every day, and we hash those problems out here. So yes, that part is really good, and to get to see Ben meet some of these people, and Brady get to see, oh, hey, this is the people that you guys chat with, or that send us the parts. Fun stuff.
It's been good.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, we probably need to wrap this up for just a little bit. So guys, as always, we're just so thankful for you joining us. And hopefully one day you will get to experience TCA as well. So we'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
All right. Bye.